Good morning, pregame crew. It is Friday, June 17th, 2022, 8:22 a.m. Eastern, 6:22 a.m. Mountain Time. You are at the pregame show. So if you're looking for a place to check out indices, commodities, crypto movers and shakers of the day, you've arrived at the right place. If you're tuning in later in the day, thanks for tuning in. And you can scroll down here to the right corner and see it says 6:22. When that says 6:30, I'll get started with the meat and potatoes of the show and get started with indices. Between now and then, I'm going to do a little housekeeping. Say hi to my friends. Come on, take a seat. Chat amongst yourselves. How are you doing? Good morning. Amer Asia. Okay, I'm so glad you're here this morning, which you're always here. You commented on a YouTube video back in December and it said it changed your trading life. And I'm like, okay, now I'm going to go back and watch that video. What the heck did I say? Whatever I said that may have helped, I'm so happy. Hey, Night Truck Greg. Hey, Mal, I'm glad it worked out well for you. I must be honest. I made money on NEO yesterday, but I have a third of puts that I held overnight that will be a loss today. So overall, I think I'll come out flat, not even green. So I'm glad that you made money on it, though. Hey, Anu. Hey, Judd, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Hey, Mary Topher. Anthony, witching days are usually pretty whippy. I'll just say whippy. How about that? They can be volatile. Hey, Andre. So we have a lot of options that are closing today that are expiring. You have the weekly expiring. Well, the dailies, the zero DTEs. You have the weekly. You have the monthly. Lots expiring today. And then you have the SPY dividend. Hi, Derek. Yep, long weekend ahead. We're closed Monday. The market's closed. Hi, Helena. Hey, Maddie Lightning Bolt. Oh, okay, Amira Asia. I'm glad that's it. Isn't that the key to trading? I'm so happy. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Danny. JJP. Oh, perfect. Okay, Amira Asia. I started documenting sometimes when I go over content, educational content versus just going over tickers. So I'm going to have to keep December 16th show in mind next time I'm looking for some content. December 16th, Lucas, of 2021. Oh, we had no idea. We were just young pups then, huh? We had no idea what 2022 was going to do to these charts. Oh, awesome, Make Time. That's wonderful. Make Time says, my uranium buddies told me about this channel. I'm doing very well trading in and out of SQQ. You know what, Make Time? Look at this. You like uranium, you say? So we have 1,080 of our closest friends that hang out in this chat. Oh, now I can't. We have lots of channels. Obviously, I can't maneuver them. But we have a channel just dedicated to uranium. So if that's something you're interested in, we have all kinds of pinned resources where you can go back and look at all the companies, some fundamentals. So we have a lot of people interested in uranium in our room, and we have some pretty cool dudes that know what they're talking about, and dudettes for that matter. You've been MIA, Joe. Welcome back. It's Friday. Hey, MG. Hey, CJ. Hey, Ricky. All right, everybody wants NEO. Let's look at NEO. NEO's a bull. Let me show you. Let's go back to the chat. I'm referring to the chat a lot. Okay, so I posted the pre-market scan a little bit earlier. I don't know if you can see this. I can make it bigger. Look at the top. These are the top, I think it was 41 names that have, I'm looking for names with a certain dollar amount. I don't want just like penny stocks, or, well, not penny stocks, they're over the counter, but you know, dollar stocks. I want larger stocks, and I want to know what's going on. I think my criteria is over $2.50 with high pre-market volume, and then I rank it based on share count. I can't rank it on dollar value, which would be optimum to multiply volume times dollar to see where the big dollars are trading, and BABA obviously is the big dollar item this morning. But look at these top three dollar names, JD, NEO, and BABA. All three of those are Chinese names. LI, XBEV. So PDD, Futu, EDU, Billy. That's all I can recognize that are Chinese names. But Chinese names are dominating the tape this morning. So, and like Dan said, they have established a base, and they're positioned better for any type of relief rally. I'm choosing my words very carefully. I want to distinguish between the difference of relief rally and actual trend changes. There's a difference. We can have relief rallies where bears are just covering, and then we can have true trend changes where bulls step in. So as a long-term bull, if you're looking to invest in this time, don't confuse relief rallies with trend changes and start putting your money in only to get another knife wound and get stopped out. So just be very be very suspect of bull moves. So NEO looks great. We're up 5%. I mean, that's a strong move. So 2055 is your resistance. If we break over it just by the least amount, look at 2072 right behind it. If we can't clear 2072, it may be a short, but right now it has relative strength to the market. So you're basically picking a fight with the biggest bully on the playground. Go pick a fight with this scrawny kid. I like to fight the bully sometimes too. Sometimes it just makes sense when you have such clear levels like 2055 and 2072, but just be careful. Nice bull move. Let's look at it on the daily. Look, I mean, we got a daily higher high, higher low. Odds favor. In general would favor a lower high, but we're already up here at this daily higher high testing this resistance at 2045. 2056. Yeah, we're in battle territory right here. We're here at the battle zone with NEO. Al speaks at 8:45. Thank you, Chris. Walmart technical. I don't know what you mean by that. Hey, Robert. Hey, Lori. You know, we can't be sure of what happens. Things can absolutely continue to go down. We are in unprecedented territory with inflation. I'm sure you heard Dan's video in the market wrap up, and we have smart people in the room that have been posting things about the Japanese interest rates. And at one point, it was up 80% yesterday. We have some unprecedented events going on in our economic times that we can't minimize or discount what the impact is to our economy. I mean, home prices. I had dinner last night with two prominent realtors in our area, and they're like, it just looks ominous. We've gone from the hottest market in the country to everything just sitting still. So things are changing rapidly, and I think there's obviously, I know there's a lot of fear in the market, and I can measure that through the VIX. One more minute. Oh, Walmart, gotcha. Okay, let me look at it. We've got this base down here at 117.27. We haven't breached that yet. Earnings was in May, so we don't have earnings for a while. But obviously they had a terrible earnings. It pulled back pretty hard, citing higher freight cost, higher employee cost, lots and lots of issues. And now these big retailers are getting hit with the supply chain deluge, where they ordered and couldn't get inventory, and now they have excess supply. So that could bring down our cost on some things. We will see. Overall, my job here is technicals, 117.27. It could be a dip buying area, and then 117.01 behind that. But if this were a guy, let's say this is a guy, this is that I was dating, this is not a chart I'd bring home to mother. I would hide this guy. I would not introduce him to my father. So this chart is bad. This is bad news bears. And that's pretty much the case with so many charts. Look at the slope of the EMA, the SOTIMA. Look how it's pointing down. Look at the air pocket between price and the quick EMA. I use a quick EMA, an 8, not a 12. And look at the distance of price between that and the 8 EMA. You get those big air pockets. That shows the velocity that the bears are taking it down. The slope tells you who's driving the bus. Who's driving the bus? Bears. Pointed down 45 degrees. That's who's driving it. The SOTIMA. And then the degree basically tells you how fast they're driving it. And they're driving it pretty freaking fast right now. Frick is a bad word, by the way. It's always the guy's fault, isn't it? Y'all ready to get started? Let's do it. All right. Good morning. You are at the pregame show. This is who I am. I'm Chart Gal Lori. I'm part of the Chart Guys community and we teach technical analysis. You're going to give me a follow on Twitter. I'd appreciate it at Chart Gal Lori. And even more importantly, if you could give me a like on this video. Hit the like button, and I promise to give you one nugget in the next 25 minutes when I go over 25 charts. I will rip them through them so quickly. Then Denzi will be live at 9 a.m. Eastern in our chat room for our members. And then if I don't give you a nugget, unlike it. How about that? Is that a deal? And then I keep all of these notes for our show. And it's not that I read it to you. I know we're not in third grade. My goal in having the notes is to make sure I stay on track with what we need to cover because we're going pretty fast. All right, looking at ES. You know the drill. It's another bear flag. We had this bear flag that developed and actually broke through to the downside. Then we had the FOMC push. That bear flag didn't work out or coming back down. I would say it looks better on the 6 hour, a little more condensed. A lower high is anticipated on the 4 hour, 6 hour, 12 hour daily. So if I'm assigning probabilities, now this is not back tested probabilities. So, please understand I'm spitballing here. But you show me a chart that looks like this on the 6 hour, on the daily, on the 4 hour. I'm going to say there is let's just say 75% chance, this is spitball, that you're going to get a lower high relative to 38.43. What changes in this situation? What changes today? Why is that different? And why do I say, okay, be ready for anything? I accept that the market will do whatever the heck it wants every single day. I wake up and I say, okay, do what you will. I will try to use my technical analysis and my edges to play the trend and play the higher probability scenario. Today, it's a caution day. Wednesday, remember I used that terminology, caution day. When Powell is going to speak, when we have FOMC, we have CPI, we have ADP, OPEX days, quad witching days like today, those are caution days. And you accept that really anything that happened and you lose a little bit of edge. You lose some edge because if we have over $1 trillion of options that are going to close out today and the market is trying to dish out the max pain on these option holders, we can calculate where the option pain is, but using swaggy stocks is free. But do we really know what's going to happen? No. And that's just too many variables. So on days like today, I size down. You don't have to trade at all, number one. And number two, if you are going to trade, size down. This is a tough environment with OPEX. So know that. We still have FOMC digestion happening. And we have the SPY dividend. You have people waking up. It happens every time. We can tell people, even we forget sometimes. We tell people over and over and over, we have a dividend. We have a dividend, $1.58 today. So we're up $1.83, but we're really not up $1.83. We're up $1.83 plus $1.58. 1, 4, 3, 4, 1. Thanks, Miss Sutton. You taught me how to carry a 1. 3, 4, 1. So we're actually up $3.41, and that's about 1%. We're at 368.50. That's about 1% we're up. So the SPY chart, I just throw this chart away. Our moving averages don't work anymore. You can adjust for dividends over here using this gear icon. I say that and I always forget where it is. Right there, adjust data for dividends. But why? I'm just going to use the chart that has it's no, okay. All right, Redondo, I may be able to go over that before we get done. So I use ES. It has the most data available to the market because it trades 23 hours a day, 5 days a week, and I keep my life a little bit more simpler. Speaking of simpler, look at this 8 EMA dominating price. We got 3 candle closes on the 4 hour, above it, really 2. And then right back below, the EMAs have dominated price. And this was FOMC related. So until this changes, I'm going to short this 8 EMA. And I'm going to not just blindly short it. I'm going to wait for trend changes. So on the 15-minute, Dan was pointing out that we have this rising wedge look here. We're getting these tiny higher highs, a lot of follow through. Now we have a double top, but it does look like a rising wedge. We're skirting this 50 RSI. An hourly overbought would be another nice area to short, but I don't know that we're going to get that high today. So I would say your key levels now are 371350, 373325. And your key support is 3642. If we lose 3642, as my grandma would say, Katie bar the door, meaning things could get ugly and quick. So 3642, and then below that, your next level is down at 3600. 3600. Keep that on your list. Y'all see you see all these orange triangles over here? Those are my alerts. Thanks to Night Truck, I don't have those ugly lines on my chart anymore. Those are all of my alerts. I want to know when we get to 3600. If we get to 3600 today, it could be a buying area. But right now, my mindset, look for bounces to short, look for bounces to short, look for bounces to short until it stops working. So overnight, Hang Seng was up ever so slightly. DAX was up ever so slightly, which is reflective of what we're up. We're up about 1%, which makes sense when we were doing this calculation on SPY, which is up 0.56%. You do the math, add the dividend back in. It's about 1%. So we're about even with Hang Seng and DAX. So it looks like it could be a boring day just as much as it could be a whippy day if everybody's just looking to say pause. You know, you ever play that freeze game? 1, 2, 3, red light, and then you just freeze. This is like 1, 2, 3, red light. I feel like everybody may freeze today and just say, okay, I'm not touching anything. I'm not going to sell. I'm not going to buy. I'm just going to freeze. So we'll see. Whippy or freeze game. Isn't that so helpful? I'm just so helpful some days. I read yesterday where someone said best trading location is where max pain is expected. If someone's down here trying to short 3642, that would be where the max pain could be inflicted to bears. And it's typically the scariest place to step in and buy. If we were to have a waterfall down to 3642, it's hard to step in front of that train and step up and buy. And you have to wait till you have friends with you on the trade. But this is where the max pain could be inflicted right here, where bears say, oh my gosh, and they start chasing, and bulls start buying and they get trapped. We want to, our location, and I love that word, the location of where we enter is so important. A lot of y'all are entering up here. Let me go to the right side. Oh, Lord. Thank you, MG. Man, I've really made it. I've got all these spamsters. So we have resistance and support. Whatever chart you're looking at, you do not want to be entering here. You're going to get ran over. It's like playing Frogger. You're going to get ran over right here in the middle. You want to enter resistance, enter short at resistance, enter long at support. And if those are lost, then you can enter and flip the trade. If support is lost, then you could possibly enter short. I like to enter long at support, short at resistance. Everything in the middle is fool's game. I don't like that word fool, but it's a fool's game. Everything in the middle. So the location of where you enter being near your stop losses, especially in environments like this, is going to help preserve your capital. All right. I gave you the levels on ES, and they are everything to me. You're going to look at Nasdaq. You don't see any orange triangles over here? I'm not as interested. And I, of course, love to know what Nasdaq is doing, but I'm watching ES as my primary trading vehicle. I don't like to do stock picking when the market is in a bearish situation. Now, sometimes it's clear to me, like NEO was clear yesterday for me, and I will short it. But otherwise, in a bear market, I'd rather just focus on the indices. And ES has been treating me well. I've been flowing with it this week, so I'm just going to stay with it. And so that's where my alerts are set. All right, Nasdaq. Your key, man, this looks like a rising wedge too. 11321, 11424 are your resistances. Support 111950 and 1106850. This just looks like a timid chart, doesn't it? Doesn't this look like a timid chart? Do you see any conviction in this chart? Look how timid that is. Look at the volume. See, this is the opposite of timid. Look at that volume, and you have conviction. Here, going down, volume and conviction. Look at how apathetic the chart is right now. Don't get caught in the middle of the street, Frogger stuff. All right. All right, Irish Joe, I will get to that in a second. I'll speed up my spiel so I can get to it. RTY, your resistance 1674, 1704, support 1657 and 1650 and 1640. So on the 4 hour, let me just summarize. ES actually looks better on the 6 hour. ES potential 6 hour bear flag. Nasdaq potential 6 hour bear flag. RTY potential 6 hour bear flag. And YM potential 6 hour bear flag on the hourly. Oh Lord. So every time they spam me, I lose track. The hourly 50 MA. We are below the hourly 50 MA on all of our 4 majors. So just recognize that. And when we get up, if we were to get up to the hourly 50 MA, that would be a location where I would look to go short if we were to make it to the hourly 50 MA. Okay, we went over the Hang Seng. VIX was a pretty key chart yesterday with this 4 hour double top, 3482, 3505. And I told y'all that was my one little tiny glimmer of hope yesterday, and it provided an area for us to bounce. But it's still a relief bounce. And Mal, where's the crypto money going? It's going to other traders where people are shorting and then taking the money home, or people are just sitting on the sidelines. I mean, I know I don't have an appetite to buy gold right now. I don't have an appetite to buy silver. I don't have an appetite to buy Bitcoin. So when the house is burning, you're going to take the baby and run out the door. And right now, the baby is the dollar. You're going to take the baby and run out the door. You're going to leave everything else behind when the house is burning down. And right now, the perception of investors is that everything's burning down and they're grabbing the baby and running. And crypto is burning up in the house. It's probably the best analogy I could give you. US 10-year, we do have a 4 hour downtrend. That's good for Nasdaq, and US 10-year 4-year downtrend. Bitcoin. Oh, Judd. Okay. I will get to it after crypto. Thank you so much. Okay, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is down here poised to break 20,000. We have support. So if you're interested in the support levels or resistance levels, there are all these light gray numbers over here on the legend. So support 20299, then 20200. When you're knocking on the door, I like to draw this out every few weeks because I want everyone to always remember exactly what's happening. When you're watching the order book, it helps you make sense of these charts. These candles aren't happening in a vacuum. This is actually the auction that's happening every second of the day of, I think it's worth 20,000. I think it's not worth 20,400. And that auction is happening. So I think it's important that we recognize it is this auction of supply and demand that's going on behind the scenes that make these charts. So as we continue to hang out down here by $20,000, so let's say that this is 20,000 right there. No, not right there, right there. Each time we hang out at 20,000 and we revisit it, and someone says, okay, I have 500,000 I want to invest in Bitcoin, and I'm willing to invest it at 20K. Okay, then they buy, and then they buy, and then they buy, and they're, crap, I'm done. I have my 25 Bitcoin or whatever that works out to be. Yeah, 25. I'm done. I have no more money. So each time we come down, we're taking out supply. We're deteriorating. We're buying up supply. And then there's nobody left to buy at this price. And then people step away from the bid. I have no more money to buy at this price. I will buy again at 15,000 or whatever it may be. So the longer we hang out down here at 20,000, we're eroding supply beneath us. Think of it as a floor, and they're just pounding on the floor. We're going to fall through that floor the longer that we sit down here. So let's make sure that we all have our perspective on crypto. Weekly, downtrend. Daily, downtrend. 4 hour, downtrend. Actually, we have a bit of an EQ right here, which is constructive. And hourly, we have a new downtrend. We just broke that little pivot low there at 20817. So just ensure that if you're trying to go bullish, that you have friends with you on the trade, meaning that you're not fighting high bear volume here. Like this, for example, you want to be buying in a moment where you have some bulls stepping in and say, okay, I'll buy at that price. But I see apathy right now with Bitcoin, and these bounces are terrible for the charts. My new word that yesterday, I don't know how I came up with it, is these are tortured charts. You see what this does? It cools off RSI on larger time frames, these bounces, and it just allows for tortured charts. Look, we're down here below 20816, and RSI is higher. This allows for tortured charts, and that's what crypto is. And every chart I look at now, XBI is one of them, is a major tortured chart for me, where they allow it to bounce and bounce good and then whack it in the head. Okay, Ethereum, same thing, tortured chart, we're losing hourly support. And look at this 50 RSI. As long as it's acting like an electric fence, and this is also 50 RSI is equal to the 26 EMA fun technical fact. So as long as we're rejecting at the hourly 26 EMA and or the hourly 50 RSI, bears are in control. They're just in control of this chart. Okay, for my man Bennett, anything for you, Bennett. Okay, we're coming in hot to 1860 support. Look at it on the monthly. Okay, yeah, we have a nice, cute monthly EQ. Cute meaning that it's nice and tight and clear. I don't have to, well, we broke it by 11 cents, the support, but I would still call it a double bottom. We're still in this monthly EQ, Bennett. We have a monthly inside bar. And that monthly inside bar is allowing for erratic price action as we probe liquidity to the upside and to the downside, which is what happens in our inside bars. So right now, we just got to battle 1860 and 2428, 2421. Bulls are just wasting a lot of buying power doing this crap and then not breaking resistance. As always, listeners, crap is a bad word. And look at how hourly is not getting oversold. Again, tortured chart. Tortured chart. Tortured chart. I set that alert wrong. I want an XLE overbought. I'm not even looking at the clock, y'all, because I'm a little slow this morning answering questions, and I'm just going to keep going. Isn't that cool, Matt? I'll try, Francisco. I'm behind, so let me move to commodities. All right, gold. If you are a TCG member, you've seen me draw this all week long. Okay, gold, there you go. 12-hour broadening formation. A lower high is anticipated in this 12-hour broadening formation. A 12-hour lower high, a daily lower high is expected. We have a 4-hour uptrend happening here. Now, this, to me, commodities are much clearer as far as range. So on the indices, shorting bounces is the only thing that I see that makes sense right now on indices. Shorting RSI overbought 5, 15-minute, hourly, depending on exactly which chart you're looking at, but looking for that location to go in short. Gold, the commodities have been a lot more clear as far as go long here, go short here, because it's the swings, the size of the swing, the range, there you go, that's the word I'm searching for. The range of the swing is allowing for really great trading opportunity. Yesterday was so much fun. So on gold, 4-hour lower high is anticipated, and I use my words very carefully, anticipated, because it for sure could break through 1861 and rip bears' faces off. However, I think that this would be a nice risk to reward area or location to go short on gold. You have support 1844 and 1816. Oil, I am short oil. So oil contract rolled over yesterday. It's a little bit confusing if you're trading oil. I'm going to stick with a continuous contract for today, but I'm going to compare both until they can start syncing up a little better. I'm going to use both charts. I'm always going to trade, or I'm always going to look at the continuous contract, but this CLQ, looking at it makes sense for now. We have a 4-hour uptrend on CLQ, but as you can see, we have a lower high anticipated on the continuous contract. I'm currently short oil. I am short oil, and I'm going to stay short oil. We're in a daily inside bar right now. Now on CLQQ, I'm looking at this range here, this 117 range. As long as we stay below that, I'm going to stay short. And we have a bearish engulfing on the 4-hour. Yeah, hit that like button, please. Thank you, MG. MG, here's NG. So NG, I am short Nat Gas. We have been shorting Nat Gas, and oh, that's been fun as well. So we had this Nat Gas inventory reaction here yesterday, and I shorted that higher high. We see these reversals happen a lot on inventory. I started out trading commodities. It was the first thing I traded was Nat Gas and oil, so I really love it. I used to study inventory reactions, and reversals are very prominent. If you get a reaction, usually the first one is false. So I shorted that, plus we were looking for a Nat Gas, so it just made a pretty clear short for me. Okay, my computer's freezing up. You're welcome. No, I don't have any resource that has the fun facts. You know, Toby is full of fun facts. You know who else is full of fun facts? Chart Guy's Jungle Funk. He tells me, and he's so right. I love the 50 and 200 simple moving averages on all my charts, but he says they come into play a lot more with commodities because more advanced or older traders, the boomer traders, they enjoy trading commodities. And so you find the more traditional technicals work better on commodities than they do on other charts. So there's another fun fact. All right, so I'm short Nat Gas, and on any bounce here, we're looking for a 4-hour lower high compared to 802. Apple, Baba looks strong, Richard. Apple, I would top fish this tweezer top in pre-market, looking to short 5-minute overbought conditions until it stops working. Amazon, no trade for me. I don't see a trade. I don't have a read on this chart, so I back away. It has a good base, so that tells me on pullbacks possibly look long at the base, but it maybe go short at 105.50 area, but otherwise I feel like we're here in the middle. I don't like it because I'm still going to be looking for, if I go long here, I'm still going to be looking for a lower high. If it pulls back all the way to yesterday's low, bears are still going to look to short a bounce. So I guess what I'm saying is 5 to 15-minute overbought shorts on Amazon as well. NVIDIA has a 15-minute overbought RSI reverse back burner. I would look to short it. And this FOMC reaction, y'all have no... was about to say y'all have no idea. Y'all do have an idea. This was brutal for this to happen to these charts. Brutal. You cooled off RSI, tortured. It created tortured charts, allow for more downside. Tesla. I had a Tesla top fish looking for an hourly lower high. Tesla had a terrible day. If you entered short yesterday, look at that 15-minute 8 EMA. It just manhandled price all day long up until the very end and got a little dead cat bounce. But I would top fish 650 on Tesla. Tesla looks weak. I think the Twitter fundamental news with Elon is a bearish overhang on Tesla, but it doesn't matter what I think fundamentally. Technically, it is just a relative underperformer to the market. Okay, Bank of America, I have something interesting on this one. Look at this weekly wicks. Look at this trend down here, trend line, connecting these wicks. And we hit it to the penny this week. So it'd be interesting if Bank of America could hold and bounce up to the upper trend line. So Bank of America could be a long. I don't know that anyone wants to buy long today, but I think if you're going to look long, the banks look decent. Microsoft looks decent. It looks better than its QQQ peers. I like a bottom fish against 24453. XBI, where did I write it? I know I wrote it. Tortured chart. Tortured chart. To me, it looks like a top fish against 65.25. It's definitely it was a relative outperformer yesterday. But how's it going to get over the FOMC high? You get up near the FOMC high, give me a short. XLE, this is the alert I set earlier and I said it wrong. Tell me when the RSI is crossing 70. I think shorting 5-minute overbought on XLE makes a ton of sense. So if we could get a bounce to 5-minute overbought, I will be shorting XLE. Okay, that's all for my Queen of the Mountain names. Starting to fall hard. All right, I'm going to check out the indices and then I'm going to wrap it up because I just went over today. Yep, 15-minute downtrend. Rising wedges are breaking bear. 4-hour lower high most likely set. Now, the next number for y'all to watch is 36.42. And always evaluate psychological levels before that. 36.50, and 36.42. That would be the next location to possibly look long. But right now, I'm short the market until we can change something on the hourly or 4-hour, because 6-hour lower highs are most anticipated. So right now, I am looking short the market, and I may be looking long midday, but right now it's all short. I don't even feel like I'm being an aggressive bear. I feel like I'm being a conservative bear, shorting the market, because it's straightforward. Right now, I'm making it easy. Aggressive bull, I hate that word, easy in trading. Aggressive bulls will be looking to buy off support and then just be disciplined with your stops. You're welcome. If you could hit that like button, I'd appreciate it. Oh, one of y'all asked me about SPY calls 3 months out. Sure, go ahead and do it. But why? Daily's not even oversold. Weekly's not even oversold. Why? Have market bulls given you any reason to buy a call just because it feels like it's overdone? No. They have to give me a reason. Oh my word. All right. Well, thank y'all for joining me. So sorry about the spammers. We're just popular today. Y'all use stop losses. Be careful out there. Hit the like button. Give me a follow on Twitter @ChartGallery. TCGers, I'll be in the room.